not many, if at all, are really taking Oklahoma to win this game. I don't think I have heard a single expert take Oklahoma and say, I think Oklahoma's going to pull off the upset this week. And I understand. I totally understand. Chris Hummer's one of them over with 247 Sports, 247 Sports, however you want to say that. But Chris Hummer and Brad Crawford in an article, both Chris Hummer said 35-24 for Tennessee. Brad Crawford said 41-27 for Tennessee. Jake Crane and Company. I love Jake, friend of the show. He said Tennessee covers the spread. He thinks Tennessee wins big here. The College Football Network picked 41-24 Tennessee. ESPN, the FPI, predicts 74% chance to win for Tennessee. Even just looking at the average bettor, the sports bettor, out on the sports books right now, Vegas has 67%. That number might have gone up by now. 67% of bettors are not just taking Oklahoma to lose. They're not taking Tennessee money line. They're taking Tennessee at that 6.5, 7 points. They're expecting Tennessee to cover the spread. That's how much everyone is picking against Oklahoma. I like that. As an Oklahoma fan, I love that. I love going on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, scrolling through. And I've been specifically diving through and all over social media, have been asking for predictions. I've been asking for all kinds of, who to look out for. And we're going to get into all of that. Tennessee is a scary team. Tennessee is a very good team. I think Tennessee looks way better at the beginning of this season than I expected them to. Let me scroll down because I know I have it saved here. Early in the season, preseason, I made a prediction for Tennessee. Oh, wow. And I'm actually surprised. I thought I had Oklahoma winning this game. But my prediction, I actually like that prediction. I'm not even going to throw it out right now, but let's go ahead and throw it out. OU loses 32-28 is what I predicted preseason. I like that prediction, actually. I thought I chose Tennessee to lose, so I kind of shocked myself there. Forgot what I predicted on my own team. But my preseason prediction, and honestly, Tennessee looks better than I thought, so why would I pick anything other than that, I guess? And I'm still right there. I think Tennessee looks really good. And I think Tennessee has a very good chance to win this game. I'm surprised they're only, especially with what everyone's saying about Tennessee and about Oklahoma and how Oklahoma really doesn't really stand a chance. I mean, I've heard people sit there and say, I think this Oklahoma team has a chance, and then they sit there and pick 41-24. They sit there and pick 55-32, 55-17. I mean, I've heard that from several. So in reality, they're picking that Oklahoma has zero chance. I'm here to tell you Oklahoma has a very good chance to win this. I don't know that they win it. I'm just going to give you a spoiler alert. I'm picking against Oklahoma. I'm not going to bet against Oklahoma. I'm picking Oklahoma. If I have to make my professional pick, I'm picking Oklahoma to lose this one. But all of these picks seem a little far-fetched to me, as if Tennessee's going to have an easy time scoring just because they hung 70 last week. All we've heard is about how great their offense is. We'll get to that here in just a second. Tennessee is a scary team, and they have looked like one of the best teams in the country. But let's remind everybody, they faced FCS Chattanooga, NC State in Charlotte, and let's be honest, NC State was way overrated. Their offensive line, way overrated. Their entire team, completely overrated. NC State is not good. They are booty cheeks. NC State's not good. That was in Charlotte. I believe that was more of a neutral site game, if memory serves me correctly. And here recently in Week 3, Tennessee faced Kent State, a Kent State team who lost to St. Francis 23-17 at home the week prior. Just to let you know, because you probably don't know who St. Francis is, they lost their other two games this season to Dayton and Central Connecticut. Now, I understand hanging 71 points on any team. I think it was 64 points, 65 points at halftime. That's impressive. And Tennessee looks good. I'm not taking anything away from Tennessee necessarily. I'm just saying maybe pump the brakes a little bit on just pumping up this Tennessee team as if they just now whooped up on a Kent State team that hung in there against Georgia what was that, last season or the season before. No, this isn't the same Kent State team. Not at all. This is a horrible Kent State team. Basically worse than FCS level Kent State team. Just want to throw that out there. We can't take Tennessee lightly. Tennessee is a good team. Tennessee fans, I am not trashing your team one bit. I love Tennessee. I love Josh Heupel. Love the fact that he's there. Love what he's done so far. And you know what? If I've got to pick a second SEC team, sorry to my Auburn friends, my Auburn family, especially being a part of the War Report, who welcomed me in and asked me to start up this Sooner podcast to branch out to other SEC teams. I love Auburn too, but Tennessee, that's my second team to pull for in the SEC if I've really got to pick a team. Auburn, you're really close third, okay? Really close to being second. You could bump up there if you maybe hire Josh Heupel as your head coach next. No, but anyways, just saying that because I'm not trashing Tennessee at all. I think Tennessee's a very good team. I'm going to be able to talk to Eric Kane on Friday. We'll drop that one out as soon as we can. He is a big-time Tennessee spokesperson all over the place for Tennessee. So we're going to talk with him and get his thoughts too. But I'm just kind of wondering if maybe, not necessarily that Tennessee's a fraud. I don't think they're a fraud. I think they're a very good team. I just said that. But maybe they're being a little bit overhyped because of their averaging 64 points a game against inferior opponents. An FCS school, an NC State team who is trash, and a team that got beat by an FCS team who also got beat by other FCS teams. Just saying, I think maybe a little overhyped on the Tennessee side of things. And that's coming from, I like Tennessee. I think they're very good. I think they have SEC aspirations. I think their potential is to win the SEC. Their potential is to go on to the national championship and win that this year, especially if they're as good as everyone says and as good as I believe they are. Because their starters on the field, you can tell there's just a chemistry with them that is just totally different. But let's just realize that I don't think we can compare, Kent State or Charlotte to either of our teams, maybe if you compare them to a Houston or a Tulane, because people were kind of giving us crap about the Houston game who lost to UNLV. But let's just remember, UNLV just beat Kansas, a Kansas team who some were predicting, hey, this could be a Big 12 contender. And I was one of them. I'm just throwing all of this out here to say, I think a lot of the previous week comparison doesn't matter is what I'm trying to say, okay? I'm not trying to trash anyone here except for the opponents that both teams have faced, and just say that past weeks really don't matter because this is a new week. This is a new opponent that we're facing. There's a lot of newness in this game. Hey Sooner fans, did you enjoy this video? Well, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What are you doing if you've made it this far and haven't already? You should be able to find that subscribe button over here. And then if you want to see full episodes, we've got those up here and clips right down here. So go check that out. But we thank you all so much for all the love, all the support. We'll catch you next time. Boomer.